Alright, here's generation 2, the belt and pulley system. A lot more quiet. That's one way, that's the other. I use some adjustable conduit hangers to make an adjustment so I can get the belt on and off easily, replacing the washers of the last design. I got a strong belt, and I built the box around this so that it doesn't make the noise radiate through the ship. Okay, so here is the system diagram for the electronics. You can see the motor to a junction box to the control cabinet, and then the control cabinet to the ground and the positive leads of the battery, the reverse and the cruise control, and the throttle. Future editions could possibly be playing around or testing the braking system, which would in theory give us regen, though I don't hold out much hope because I don't believe the boat goes fast enough for it. Here is the wiring diagram that we have. Ironically, to get the controller to work well with the 1800 watt brushless servo, I had to reverse the yellow and blue wires, both for the power to the motor and for the Hall sensor, and that allows me to go 100% in reverse or 100% forward, depending on how it's programmed. It seems to work fine through the Bluetooth configuration. Here is the wiring chart that comes with the motor. Pretty straightforward. Okay, here's part of the controller user manual showing the Bluetooth attachment app. You'll need to power up the controller, power up the app once you download it. Put in the code that's listed in the manual, your manual, and then you'll be able to control the device remotely, change several different settings, set it so that you have a cruise control, set the braking. It'll also give you some feedback on the battery consumption and the speed if it was a go-kart, but obviously we're using it on a boat. Works overall very well. I have no complaints, especially for being able to set the power to 100% for reverse, which is important for me to get in and out of my slip, especially single handling the boat. Here we have the app portion that allows you to make changes. The soft start is very important. You want to minimize the startup speed in acceleration. Also the forward and reverse setting, the manual cruise, and also the EBS brake system, which I'm hoping to try next year and see if we can get any kind of regen out. Sorry I didn't get this out sooner. It's been a heck of a year. We had a hurricane that tore up the boat a bit, and right after that we had a tornado that pretty much tore up my house pretty good.
here's my prototype control cabinet. Just working this in, open it up, and there we have it. It's the Yueyang King controller. Underneath is space for cooling. There it is.
Conduit support. We made the motor mount tension assembly. Cap screws 5/16 hold the conduit to the base plate. .5/16 standard thread steel machine bolts fasten the motor to the C-channel while applying snug tension on the belt. Setup allows for easy adjustment of the tension on the belt or replacement. The base plate and the motor plate are both 1/4 inch thick, 4-inch stock aluminum. The base plate for the motor mount was made to match the holes on the motor. The bar is made from 1 1/4 inch by 3/8 bar that's drilled and tapped for a 5/16 standard thread.
That's full throttle right there. Just going to slow down for a second. Now I'm going to just see what our speed is while we're doing this here. While we do full throttle. Okay, here we go. Satellites, got 18 connected, 12 connected. GPS. Okay, current speed is 2 knots. So here we go. And we're going to just do full throttle for a minute and see how fast we're going to go with this little motor. Got a lot of guts to start it. We're doing 3 knots, 4 knots. We're actually running 5 knots right now on the Hey, thanks for watching, guys. A couple things I would probably do differently going forward. I would get a bigger circuit breaker, probably a 60 amp. I noticed that even with my slow start, my soft start, I can trigger the breaker if I go too fast with the throttle. Also, I think though I'm happy with the electrical cabinet the way it is, that I would want to put it into a marine cabinet going forward for next year to clean up the wiring and make sure it's all marine appropriate and legal. And also, I think to maybe do some investigative trials with the braking system to see if I can get any kind of regen with this little boat. Feel free to reach out for questions, or if you see something I could do better, I'd love to know. Having a lot of fun with this project. I think it's working very well for us, for me. Please consider subscribing or liking the video if you liked it. All right, thanks a lot, and have a great day.